You can't live that long. You're human. It's a regular human lifespan, unless you have some backstory.
Can I go Super Saiyan?
No. Names?
Damn.
I'll just be Chris.
This game is already too hard.
You'll just be Chris?
Yeah, I can't think of
You can't think of any other name except Chris?
I'm not in this thing.
Yo, you could just call yourself Chris XD.
Chris XD.
No, call me Kool Cash.
Oh, Kool Cash. Actually?
Sure, go for it.
Okay,
Whatever you
Kool
want.
Cash.
It'd be funny the first time everyone hears it.
We have to refer to ourselves as these names. So if you say Chris, I don't know what that is.
And this is also like role playing. So basically, like, you gotta if you say like.
If you stutter.
I mean,
you could,
well, yeah.
They don't stutter in the game, so you can't stutter.
Yeah.
If you stutter, you lose.
I mean, if you stutter, like, your character just stutters, so I'm just gonna make your character. I don't know, whatever.
You record all this down, huh?
I record some stuff.
Down. Oh, I thought you like that guy from like the laws that type every word that they say.
Yeah, kind of. Well, sort of. I don't
You
really
do
know
the
what to
events.
say, but the events. I track the events.
It's just like
Hit points and stuff like that.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so what's your name? Kool Cash?
Mhm.
Cool.
You know, with the K.
Which one says
the
K?
first one. First.
So cool.
Yeah.
But Cash is no K.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not both K.
Okay, so Kool Cash and Chris is fucking Popai Popai. There's no hyphen, right?
There's a hyphen.
There is a hyphen?
No, never mind.
There's no hyphen?
Mm-mm.
Okay, and
My name is Harry.
Harry.
how do you spell that?
Harry.
No, like Harry?
No, Harry Potter.
Oh my god. That's your name?
Yeah.
Sounds Harry.
That's the only wizard I can think of. Okay, how about Harry?
What about Gandalf? What about...
Gandalf's not an elf.
Oh, he's not... Wait, he's
It's
an
an
elf?
elf wizard.
How about Elfdoff?
Elfdoff?
I don't know. That sounds stupid.
Okay, Elrond. That's from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
No, wait, that's not his name. I just suggested.
Shit, I don't know.
LeBron?
I'll just...
LeBron James?
LeBron.
LeBron James. LeBron James.
Gotta be Kanye.
Kanye?
Kanye.
LeBron James or Kanye?
Kanye.
Just Kanye?
Kanye.
What LeBron's Kanye?
So it was
Any
Harry Potter and then Elrond or whatever, and then LeBron and now Kanye.
You could have done Alien Dynasty.
Kanye North and South, East, West. Or North.
Okay.
Can I be Dr. Kanye?
You mean Mr. Dr. Professor Kanye?
Okay, Dr. Kanye.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Dr. Professor Kanye.
Is there schools?
I want to be Mr. Dr. Professor
Schools?
Kanye.
What do you mean schools? Like
can I put doctor in front of my name too?
Kool Cash MD. No, fuck you. No. Okay. Alright. So you guys are whatever you guys are, elf, barbarian,
so
human barbarian, and a halfling rogue.
Since they're on a trip, do we just join in or do...
I'm
on a trip.
I'm just gonna say they split up for some reason. Like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
So, and you guys just you guys went a separate way from Kevin from Popai Popai and the rest of them, and you met up with these people in town.
What up?
In a new town, on a coastal town, and you've decided to band together to do more cool things because he had that taste of the goblins and he thought that was cool. This time I'm just going to drop you into combat because I really want to do combat. So you've been hearing that it's a coastal town, it's a big fishing place, right? They have a bunch of fishing docks like here and also up north where there are better fishing areas. And a lot of the fishers have been attacked recently, and that's been affecting the town because they don't have, like, they're losing their fish and stuff. So you're sort of there to like try to see why that's been happening and to alleviate the problem and get some money out of it because you guys want money, right? Okay, so then they send you north where a lot of the attacks have been happening, and the docks are sort of by a cave, and there are a couple fishermen by the cave, and you guys made it this far. What do you guys do? And now this is like you can decide what you want to do.
Other turns?
That's in the combat phase.
No.
But right now, it's just leaving it up.
It's kind of like Final Fantasy combat phase.
I don't know. I've never played Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, you have like
It's turn
HP and
based.
SP.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's you are you're by the beach.
Mhm.
On the left side is the ocean. The right side are some cliffs that are getting higher as you go further north. In front of you on the left are a couple docks and two small, like medium-sized fisher boats. Fishing boats are there, and there are a couple of fishermen there. And further past that, there is a cave in the cliff.
Wait, one question. What happens if you die?
So when you die, then you go into the death saving throws, where every it cycles back to your turn. You have to roll a dice to see if you um,
Oh.
come back, and if you roll past a certain number three times, then you get back to life. Or someone else can resurrect you if they have an appropriate spell, but I don't think
So
that's
like
gonna
if
do
you
that
if
right
you
now.
die, you're just out.
You're just out until you can roll um, above something. I don't know the exact numbers, but above something three times. Or if you get a critical 20, so you roll this 20-sided die, and if you hit 20, that's called it's it's the best one. It's the best
Mhm.
roll. Then you instantly get up. If you roll a one, you die forever. I think.
Oh damn.
Like you just die.
Doesn't
Oh.
know.
Damn. So like, if you die, can you rejoin as a level 1 character, or are you just like kicked out of that session forever?
If you die, you die.
You
I mean,
can't
I
go
don't
to
know.
the loading files.
Yeah, there's no load file.
Wow.
Okay, so
Damn, that must suck if you like really into D&D and you just die.
Yeah, but it shouldn't happen like now. It might happen later on, but like by then you'll have different spells where you can do things.
are we in the cave or we just?
No, you're just standing on the beach.
Mhm.
The town is behind you, like about a mile behind you, and you're just in front of the dock, and past the dock is the cave.
Okay.
So what do you do? They just told you that there have been attacks at the
The
dock.
two fishermen that was at the fish they told us that.
People in town told you.
Okay. So.
So where can we visit? Where can we go?
You can split off, right?
Well, there is a dock with some fishermen. There's a cave, and there's the town behind you.
Hmm.
And there are like cliffs on your right side, so you can't really climb the cliffs. And there's water to the left. You can swim, but like, oh,
Should we talk to the fisherman?
No.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can. We can do anything.
you can do anything.
So,
Did you play Borderlands 2, Alan?
No, I played a little bit with you guys.
Because Tiny Tina has been playing D&D, and
Mm.
every time the main fighter guy, he's always like, I punch him.
all right. So wait. So can you be a fisherman? Are you AI?
That's kind of what
Steve does?
Kevin was doing.
Oh, Kevin?
Kevin's so stupid.
Like, I punch him.
Okay. All right. You're the fisherman, Alan.
Yeah, I play NPCs, so like I.
Oh.
Okay. So.
Can I swap to be an NPC?
Oh.
There's certain circumstances where you could.
Really? There was like 2 NPCs or something?
No, I mean I'd be all the NPCs. If there are like 10 NPCs in a room and they're all talking, I'd be all 10. But
Would you be like, NPC 1, hi. NPC 2,
no. I mean,
hello? That'd be funny.
is Jonathan a real name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, I have friends named Jonathan.
Yeah, I know.
Isaiah.
We all know Jonathan. I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna start it off. I'll make you fisherman NPC.
Okay.
I declare that Dungeon Master is NPC. Fisherman.
Wait,
Um,
can I summon Dark Magician and
So
attack
I
him?
so I've heard that there has been a lot of recent attacks lately. They're in the docks or around this area. If there is any bounty for these whatever the fuck these guys are that are causing mayhem into the town.
There might be, but I don't know. I wouldn't be the one to tell you that. Who are you?
Um,
I should do like character words. Like,
yeah.
nah. Who are you?
Well, I'm Popai Popai. My friend over here goes by Kool Cash with the K.
Kool Cash with the K.
Kool Cash with the K. And my boy here, he's going for he's arriving shortly.
I'm here.
Okay. This
안녕하세요.
guy goes by Kanye.
Thank you.
We just
Dr.
met.
Kanye?
Oh no, sorry, Dr Kanye. He has his PhD in Harvard, and now we're here.
What's a Harvard?
What the hell is a PhD? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Are you trying to start trouble here?
let's not go to trivial
boy.
things. But yeah, we're here in search for making money, and we're interested into this weird situation that your townspeople are experiencing. Is there any way we can help but in exchange we'll also be willing. I mean, we'll be needing some cash as a reward. How do you get that Apple laptop there, buddy?
How did I? What do you mean?
No, I'm talking to the fisherman over here.
Oh, you haven't heard? This is the newest thing. Just released on Thursday.
What's a Thursday?
they have Thursdays. They have Thursdays in this world.
I'm trying to
Okay.
be dumb, Alan.
Okay.
Why?
But can you
Oh,
ask
my
the
question
question?
is. Sorry, I was typing.
Okay, fisherman.
Could you repeat that?
No,
Popai
I
Popai?
forgot. Well, basically what I'm trying to say is there any way I can help and also get rewarded with my duties?
I personally haven't seen anything, but a lot of the other fishermen here have been saying that they've been attacked. A couple. Shit, I don't know what like distances. Do they use leagues in like do
You can
fishermen
just
say
say
league?
feet. It doesn't matter.
Feet?
Inches.
Well, not feet, but I'm inches.
Inches.
Like 2 inches off the deck, there have been some attacks. I don't know about
We're
that.
at 2,405.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. So, like whatever, just like about 2 miles, past the coast. And then the other fisherman says, I heard that there's been an attack recently, about half a mile from the coast. So what do you guys do? Are you guys?
Damn, these fishermen are actually no help at all.
Right.
This,
I mean, what else do you want from us? I just know that people have been attacked in their boats.
Tell me about that cave over there. What's in that cave?
Oh, we don't go in that cave. It's dark. Doesn't seem like there's
Dark.
anything in there.
Where would you lead us in order if like we're in search for trying to get rewarded with our duties? Is there any place you know where we could go and actually?
Somewhere farther north, not here. The
Okay, so
attacks have been sort of out into the ocean, but to the north.
okay, so guys, can we like start moving because these guys are no help?
Sure.
Okay, so Popai Popai, Kool Cash, and Dr Kanye starts moving north half a mile, and I don't know what happens, Dungeon Master.
So you're walking north, right? And you pass the cave, and you're at the entrance of the cave, but you're trying to walk away past the cave, right? But roll initiative. So
D20.
yeah, D20. So you roll a D20.
Roll a D20 initiative.
What does this mean?
It means if you're good or not.
It determines the order of who goes.
You're bad. That's.
Is that a 9?
Oh, I got a 5. So fine. And then roll a D20.
20?
Yeah. It's to roll initiative to see who goes in what order.
Okay.
Right now we're approaching the cave. We don't know what's going on.
9.
9.
This guy was also.
Nine,
this guy was
nine.
6. No, this guy was 6.
Six?
Yeah, 6, and I'm last.
Okay.
So you go first. Chris, then me.
Wait, hey, what is it like? What do we do? Like,
We're about to find out.
You're about
no, so Alan says something his way, right? And then I say something, then Chris says something, right? We have to say something?
No,
No, you don't have to do anything.
It depends. It depends on what the situation. I mean,
So what does initiative do?
It's
Whenever-
combat. So we're
whenever
about to
it's
get into combat. Hold up. So
Oh.
when you walk into the bush and then you appear a Pokemon, you see a Pokemon.
Okay. By the way, who's like what? You guys are walking. How are you walking? Like what? Like where are you guys positioned?
By our initiative.
No. So I mean like in a line, in a triangle, in a line, like.
We should do like a triangle.
Okay.
Like one.
I think it should be like this
person
front.
in front.
This should be this triangle.
Okay, I'm in the middle.
No, this is the front, and we're the
So
sides.
you're walking that way.
Yeah.
To the cave.
Well,
Yeah.
you're walking past the cave because you decided to walk past the cave,
Okay.
right? So.
So this way.
I
So
think
the
it's
cave-
better to
the
not
cave
walk
is
in
bu-
the cave.
The cave.
yet.
The cave is behind Aelin.
Mhm.
Okay. So Aelin.
Wait, so the ocean's over there too?
No, the ocean's that way. The cave is that way.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So you get hit.
That's fucked. By the way.
Wait,
Okay, you get hit with a.
a flying ice cream truck.
Wait, hold up. I gotta find a better website for this.
Don't say that.
A flying what?
Flying ice cream truck? That's a joke episode?
I don't get it. I don't remember that episode.
It was the free ice cream episode. Or the lifeguard episode, Lily. Chris?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You got hit.
What's your attack?
My attack?
No,
Fifty.
your armor class.
Armor?
So it says right there. Your armor class is 16.
Okay.
13 or 16
Magic
mage armor. I'm just to make it 13 because you don't have armor
Mage
because you're
armor?
poor.
Okay.
So armor class is what you roll against to see if the attack hits.
Mhm.
So these. Okay, so you get hit with a
Flying chocolate.
I mean a
Did
spear. You
like,
get
attacked
you get hit with the spear. That's a 1d8. Where the oh, this is 1d8. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so you get hit with a spear. It hits you for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Damn, how much fun you have?
I have 7 health
Wait,
points.
hold up a second.
So you have
One
five
target hit 4
Oh.
d1 6. Oh wait, I did that wrong. It's 1d6. What the fuck?
Oh shit, nuts.
It's 4 plus 1 is 5. So you get hit for 5 points of damage.
Oh my god, that's
How do you know he's already dying?
Okay.
This dungeon,
Okay,
this
so,
dungeon master is really tough on you.
I'm so sorry. This is
It's
the
okay,
heart of
it's
cards.
okay, it's okay.
So what's your 7? Oh shit. Okay, so
So,
7.
2 health.
Also I gave them advantage, which means when people
No.
no.
Even gave him, it's
When-
fucking boosted.
No, listen. When people get I should have made you roll a perception check. Whatever. But I don't really know how this works, but when people get advantage when like you sneak up on them and they don't know that you're coming or something like that. So just now you got snuck up on. So advantage means that you roll twice and you take the higher of the 2 numbers. If you get disadvantage, it means you roll twice and you take the lower of the 2 numbers. So an arrow pierces you, a spear pierces you from the side. You get hit with 5 points of damage, and 2. How do you pronounce this?
There's more.
2 Sahuagin. I don't know how to pronounce that, but here, let me show you what they look like.
Okay.
2 of these like aquatic reptilian type animals. Like they can survive inland and above.
Okay. They look like
Wait,
the
I
one
meant
from.
in water and above water, out of water.
Hey, isn't that the one from Zelda?
This
No,
I
no,
think-
yeah,
I
no,
think
this
so.
this one.
Chris, are you at the
Oh.
peak?
I,
So yeah,
Do you find anything
so
in?
that's one of the spears that they hit you with. They hit you.
Hit him. Hit him with
It
the
hits
spears.
Hit him with spears. And 2 appear from the shadows from the cave.
Oh shit.
And so I let you guys roll initiative.
Mhm.
I shouldn't. That was bad on me. I should have made you roll a perception check to see if you could spot them before they surprise attacked you, and then made you roll
So
initiative.
plus 2 health because the guys are about to die.
No,
Wow.
sorry.
Dungeon master
Wait,
is very.
do you
he's an
record
asshole,
everything, even
so-
like the side conversations?
Well, I record important things.
Okay.
Like, you know,
So if I say like, fuck you, Chris.
well, that's up to you guys to dispute. If that causes Chris to hate you or something, that's up to you guys.
But then I fight you.
Okay, so the initiative order is
You go ahead first, Aiden.
Sahuagin go, and then
You guys gonna do him dirty? You're gonna keep fighting him? He's probably not have a chance to actually move.
and then you go, and then
This week is having
sorry,
flash
it's so
on
hard with these names. Dr Kanye goes, and then Popai Popai goes, and then Kool Cash goes.
No, I go last. He had a.
Yeah,
he had
shit,
6
Okay,
health.
so
Damn, my dungeon masters are
So
slacking.
it's DM.
One, he's hard on people. 2, he's forgetting the order. That's funny.
okay, I got it now. All right, so
Use victory dabs if you win.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so so one of them runs up, and I'll go easy on you. I'll say that
You got him with 5 health. You have some nerve to stay you
He has
away.
to get 2 health. I have 2 health.
He has some nerve.
all right, so there are 2 of them, and they go to attack Popai Popai. One of them runs up to you and does a melee attack. So the thing that's cool with these people is they. Okay, so I'll just do it instead of telling you.
You ain't touching me.
First-
Roll that D20, bitch.
First, he's going to
Not do anything.
14 plus 3. That's 17. What's your armor class?
Thanks. 14.
14. Okay, so that hits. He does 1d4 plus 1 bite. He does a 1d4 plus. Jesus, what is with these rolls? 4 plus 1. So that's 5 points
Quick
of.
maths. Quick maths.
4 plus 1 is 5.
I'm at 4. Yo, is this level harder?
What's your thing? It's 10, right?
My boy, it's not even 10. It's 9.
You start off at 9.
Yeah.
9 minus 5 is 4. Okay.
Just to leave you in on a little. I don't
Hello?
know. Note to self, I actually had 3 health when last time I had that
I
match.
remember. Okay.
I wasn't fun.
And so
He touched me. Wait, I don't like how all the villains go at first. Like, and then us.
it's not always happens.
Okay, just wanna
It's
make
just this
sure.
time, like, you guys didn't investigate the cave at all, so I punished you. And for his second part, he's gonna use his claws to attack. So that's these Sahuagin. They bite first and then they use their claws to attack you. So that is
Attack me again?
Yes. Well,
Who
since
doesn't
you're right
hit?
there.
I'm gonna get drained.
Okay, that's a 2, so that doesn't hit.
Okay, cool.
You're lucky that doesn't hit. And
I was
the
about to quit. What else are you gonna do to me?
the other one runs back into the cave. So
Pussy.
now there's only one in the thing. He runs into the darkness. You can't see much farther into the cave unless you go to investigate. So there is one Sahuagin that's right next to him, right next to Popai Popai at the front of the triangle. Kool Cash is by the ocean, and Dr. Kanye is closest to the entrance of the cave.
He's fucking
and
died. That's what
very
he's
very badly hurt.
I need help.
And now Dr. Kanye, it's your turn. What do you do?
I'm very curious.
Do we have any items?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
items. So can I see your thing real quick? The last category says equipment. You have some things. Sometimes you can use them, but you can't use them. Well, you could use them in battle, but right now I don't think you
I
would
don't see
have
any.
anything that you could equipment. The last category.
Oh, I have a backpack. Sweet.
Yeah. So you can do whatever you want to do. Decide.
It is already dying.
What I want to do eventually, I don't know, if we actually start recording this,
Cut us some slack.
I feel like recording could be really cool. Then
But that
Well,
everyone,
well,
but everyone know how to play the game first, though.
yeah. So, oh boy, Kanye, it's your turn. What do? You can
No,
attack.
please.
You can
I like this.
do things. So
Do I know how many people are attacking me?
you
Yeah.
can see you know what you can see. So you can see one Sahuagin. How the fuck do you pronounce these things? Like I probably sound stupid.
What?
So you see this Sahuagin? It's close to Popai Popai, and the other one ran into the cave. So right now there's only one enemy in your sight.
He got hit with what? A spear?
A spear.
A flying spear?
A spear, yeah. And so in attacks, you have two basic parts of it. There's movement, and then there's your action. So movement means you can move. It tells you, your character sheet says your movement, your speed, which is Dr. Kanye's is 30 feet, so he can move 30 feet in one action. And everybody's turn is 6 seconds. So you can only do things that like are reasonable within 6 seconds. You can't say like I take a nap and then I wake up and do something else. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So
That's the BM.
So yeah, you can only do that.
Alright, and what you
Right.
gonna do?
So
This
first you
first
have your
action.
First you have your movement, which
Mhm.
means you can move anywhere. 30 feet. So I want to say the cave is about 20 feet to your right, and the ocean is another 20 feet to your right, and there's no other discernible feature. Popai Popai and the Sahuagin are about 10 feet in front of you.
Mhm.
There's movement where you can move, and then the action where you do something, which you can
Does
either
it matter
attack
which
or you can.
one you do first?
I think you move first.
Okay.
Well, it
It
depends.
depends.
It doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
can attack and then move. Attacks can also be like you unlock a door or like I don't know, you do whatever. So what do you want to do?
Can we attack the allies?
You wanna attack me?
No, I'm just wondering.
You could. You can do anything.
Someone could betray someone.
At this point, with your 2 health, I don't think you want to do anything that requires
Don't
betraying.
breathe at his direction.
Alright, and what you gonna do?
He's 10 feet away. I'm 10 feet.
Yes.
Right. How far away is he?
Same
Same.
distance.
We're a triangle.
Yeah,
Equilateral
it's
triangle.
an equilateral triangle.
Okay.
Quick maths.
So I can run to him.
Quick
I can
geometry.
go move over to him.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. He's being attacked or something.
It's next to him.
Okay. So I'm not coming near you.
Okay.
Right. Because if I go there and I die, that's sad.
That is. Do you have a? Like,
Hey, I can help.
Can you like help me out by any chance?
Yeah,
'Cause don't you have distance? Of in terms of like your attacks?
Attacks?
Yeah, I mean you're a wizard, so you have ranged
Mhm.
attacks.
My boy Gandalf, help me out with that winged dragon of Roth. Let's go.
How much HP do the things have?
He can't tell you.
I can't tell you that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Later on, I'll just do stuff and things will happen.
So.
Do you like discover weak points or something?
Discover weak points in you guys?
No,
No,
like
on the enemies.
Yeah, like critical strikes.
Well, there's critical hit where like if you roll a d20, you just do twice the damage. So whatever damage you do twice that.
Okay.
Alright, so Aiden runs into
So I wanna run into Kool Cash.
Run to Kool Cash?
Yeah.
Okay. And now you're there next to him, but you're still 10 feet away from them. Because remember, equilateral
You're right.
triangle. Quick maths.
Wait, so he moves 30 feet, so the enemy moves 30 feet as well?
No, you guys are all 10 feet away from each other. So he's at the head of one of the points of the triangle. The Sahuagin is at one point. So fuck. Jesus, do you need a map?
No, just like
I think that
Okay.
would like a map.
Shit, I don't have another piece of paper.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Here, I'll just take one of these things and use it as a map.
Oh yeah.
So right now there is this, and then there's an entrance to the cave, and then there's water, and this is Popai Popai. This is Kool Cash, Popai Popai. This is where Dr Kanye is. And this is where the Sahuagin is. So you move, make that an X. So this is the entrance of the cave. The other one went in. The other one is somewhere in here. You don't know. You can't see into it.
And where did the arrow come from?
Arrow came from inside there, but then they ran out. Or one of them ran out. Like they both stepped out of the shadows, but then one stepped back in.
Oh, so those guys shot us.
Yes.
Okay.
It came from the cave. And then
he's running towards Chris.
Dr. Kanye went to Kool Cash.
Yes.
So now they're next to each other. And this is 10 feet.
Are you doing any actions? I'm about to just slaughter this guy for you.
Who, Alan?
I'm gonna kill you for you. So what you can do is you can use one of these. I think. Can I see these?
Wait, does Alan have to finish his turn and then I do something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the sword you can use as many times in one day. The firebolt. I'm trying to see if.
Damn, my college at D&D, like, club.
There's people who are really good at playing. Like they would
I think sorry.
Go.
I think firebolt. You can only use once in a day, like, or once in a.
Damn, you only can use your wizard power once. What type of wizard are you, my friend?
That's the new one. Okay.
No, and also there's a lot of things you can use, and then there's cantrips which you can use at will. You can use as many cantrips as you want. I'm pretty sure. And then there's first level spell slots. So you have slots. So right now you only have 2 first level spell slots. So you can only use 2 first level spells. You can use the same one twice or use 2 different ones. As you level up, you'll gain more spell slots. So you'll gain more first level spell slots, and you'll gain a couple second level spell slots, and you'll learn some second level spells and stuff. So yeah, that's that. So right now you can cast a spell. You can use firebolt or use your short sword.
No, this is up to you. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Later on, I'll print an extra one so I can hold on to them and you don't have to. And I have the level 1 spells here if you want to see them.
Wait, so when we level up, do we get...
Oh, no, these are the level 1 spells that you have. Well, if you see anything that looks healing.
Burning, detect magic, mage armor, magic missile, shield. Shield?
Shield just gives you a shield.
So does that, like, how long does it last though?
I
Is it like in
Shield-
Overwatch where it's like armor?
Yeah, it's an invisible barrier of magical force that protects you until the start of your next turn. You have +5 to AC, which is your armor class. So it's harder for them to hit. And you take no damage from magic missile.
Damn, well you activated that before you even went into the game.
Magic missile is another thing which it shoots 3 bolts of magic, and you can choose who it hits.
What about mage armor?
Mage armor, you touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor, and a protective magical force surrounds them until the spell ends. The target base AC becomes 13 plus its dexterity modifier, so it just...
So I can't even use it on myself, I have to use it on someone?
I don't know if you can use it on yourself.
Okay.
I'd say you can use it on yourself, just to let you do that. But that takes an action.
Action?
Chris, are you reading so that you don't have to ask questions?
Yeah, I'm reading some stuff. The stuff I can read.
Then we can just like get through this.
Quick reads.
Quick reads.
I don't get the joke.
Quick maths.
You don't get quick math?
Slow reads.
What's quick math?
It's from that British rapper comedian.
Rapper.
What?
1 plus 2 is 3 quick math.
It's the
The thing goes pop 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 pop. Skiki pop pop. The boom 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 boom. Skip. Boom boom. Alright, hurry up.
Alright.
Oh no, hurry up.
What
What you got?
I think...
Don't worry, Chris. Not your turn.
I don't even know. Am I gonna get attacked next turn?
Well, your position on the map. It depends on what this dude says.
It depends on what I say. So
Well, currently Chris and I are standing between the enemies.
No,
So it's your turn?
Oh.
then it's going to be Chris's turn, and then it's going to be other Chris's. It's your turn, and then Kool Cash, and then Popai Popai, and then it starts again where it's the Sahuagin's turn, and then your turn, and then
Okay.
Okay.
Can you guys protect me?
you're not gonna. What are you gonna do? You
Oh,
have an
we-
action.
yeah.
You use your movement, but now you have an action.
I mean, I'll protect you. I mean, the guy is right next to me, so I'm at melee range with
Yeah, and they have turns after. It's not
Mhm.
the Sahuagin's turn for another 2 turns, so that's a lot of time.
So can I just not do an action?
You could.
you. No, you can do
Do
it.
You don't
it.
have any like range.
Huh?
Do you think it's better to just do action anyways?
Well, if you have
Yeah,
a
it is better to
if
do
you have
it.
if you have a ranged action that does like 5 feet or more or 10 feet, right?
Range?
What's the difference between
Ten,
us and the
10, 10, 10.
Sahuagin?
What do you mean?
What's the distance?
10 because
10.
it's right next to
Okay.
Popai Popai.
Sure, it's not 11.
It's 10.3. I'm sorry, I lied to you.
Anything that doesn't like take away one of your like a basic attack that you could use at long range that doesn't require too much magic or does not deplete a thingy of yours. Something you could use anytime.
So you see in your cantrips in the spells known, Ray of Frost. That is a good one. It's a 10 foot or it's some type of cone. It's a frigid beam of blue white light, and it does 1d8 cold damage.
Damn, would it be better if we all had laptops?
Yeah.
Okay. So next time we should bring our laptops.
A phone is a laptop.
You're right. But it's too
1d8 cold damage. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of its next turn because it's cold.
small.
Because it's cold outside. Or raining
And the
outside.
range is 60 feet, so you don't have to worry about range. For the most part, I'm not going to make you worry about range. But like if you're trying to do a trick shot from like 300 feet, obviously
Give us the 10.
I'm not going to let you, like you don't know how to do, you can't do that. So,
Alright.
Can I build a wall?
but yeah, like don't worry about feet too much, like
Okay.
exact feet.
Oh, that's a problem for me.
Well, I have to worry about distance. Because I'm a freaking thief.
So I can attack the thing?
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Don't
With
miss
what?
and hit me, bitch.
With what?
Firebolt.
Is that
That's part of my.
is it a cantrip?
What's a cantrip?
It says here. Oh, that's this.
Yeah.
Fireball jutsu.
Okay, so roll a d20 to see if you hit.
Oh man.
Okay.
This is the hard part.
Is that what am I supposed to get?
I'll tell you. Hold up. So roll your d20.
Okay.
Where's your dog?
Huh?
Where's your dog?
Oh,
In the
up
room.
in the bathroom.
He's in the bathroom?
Yeah.
What is that?
6.
And you also add. It says to hit. Hold up. Where does it say? Yeah, it says +5 to hit. So 6 + 5 is 11.
Quick maps.
And
It doesn't hit.
do you add? What else do you add?
Alan,
I think you also add something.
do you ever like focus over by summoning a high level monster?
Hmm?
Do you ever summon like a high level monster? Just to fuck us up?
No, I mean there are systems in place to like to not make it too hard. Like if I put a dragon, it's worth like 1,500 experience points, I think. But you guys don't like. There's ways to calculate that. +5.
You can earn a free pizza.
I'm sorry. This is. I need to take some time to check
Okay.
this shit out.
So Alan, what's around here for food?
Yeah,
No,
think about
no.
think about food.
Normally the first round does not take this long, but you know which.
I don't
I'm
know.
so sorry.
I'm
No,
not
it's
what
fine.
to do.
Oh, it's plus your dexterity. So you see your dex, it says +3.
Mhm.
So for ranged attacks, you add the base. The base is what you rolled. And each weapon will say, it says, you see how it says +5 to hit?
Mhm.
Then you add 5 to that, so you rolled a, what did you roll?
I rolled a
6.
Yeah.
6 + 5 is 11, and then you add your dex. For ranged ones, you add dexterity. For melee, you add strength. So this is +3, so it's 6 + 5 + 3. Slow math.
14. Slow math.
14.
14.
Okay, 14. So that hits.
Oh wow, we rolled a small ass number too.
So that hits, and
Oh no.
what'd you hit him with? With
Fire style.
Fireball.
And you see how it says 1d10, so that you roll a 1 10-sided die.
Okay.
Which is which one? Fuck. It's the one with the numbers on it.
They all
Like with the I mean the double digit numbers.
It's the one done.
No, not that one. That's a D8.
Oh.
Wait, is that D8? Yeah. Wait. Roll it.
Okay. How?
3. It is the other one, but it doesn't matter. They're both 10-sided die. But that one's just times 10. So you rolled a 3, not a 30. Okay, so you hit him for 3 points of damage, and he's slowed by 10 feet, but he's still in range of you guys, so he can still walk up to you guys if you want.
Alright, Chris, go.
I think these are a little high level for you guys, but I'm gonna lower their stats.
I know, thank you. There's some humanity in you.
Okay, so you hit him for 3 points of damage, and he looks a little shaken. He's still kind of fine, but he's like pretty not bloody, but like he's like frozen a little, and he's kind of shaking. And now it is Kool Cash's turn. Do what you want. Kool Cash? You have ranged and melee.
Yeah, but my range is only 5 feet.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I mean, you can move within range.
Press R and then come to me.
No, this says reach 5 feet, and range is 30 to 100 feet.
Where does it say 30?
30/100. So you can't throw it 5 feet in front of you. Like you have, if it's 10 feet in front of you, if you want to use that as range, you have to back up 20 feet to throw it.
Oh, okay.
But I'll just let you throw it just from where you are, just because that's too tedious.
So what'd you say the minimum range was again?
Technically 30. It says 30/120, but just you can throw it from wherever. I won't make a minimum.
Okay. So can I throw this hand axe?
What?
This hand axe.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Is that this one?
Yes.
Wait, is that? If I throw that, do I lose it?
No.
Do I have? Yeah. I think so.
You can pick it up after the fight, or like in your round, you can go back and grab it.
Olaf can run over and pick up
Yeah.
the shit. Oh shit.
What is that? 18?
18.
18 plus 5 plus your dexterity, which is 2, which definitely hits. So
quick ignore math.
quick ignore math. Okay, so that hits, and what's your damage? You said your hand axe? 1d6 plus 3. So roll a d6 plus 3, yeah.
Wait, so why did I roll that one for?
To see if you could hit or not. Because if you rolled less than its armor class, it wouldn't hit. 5 plus 3, that's 8.
That's pretty good damage there, buddy.
Okay.
He might need you.
You throw that shit, and it like cleaves him right in the head, and it's like stuck in there.
He's probably not even dead anymore.
Throws back. No, he's dead. He's dead as fuck.
Oh, he's dead as fuck.
He's dead as fuck. He's slimy and bloody and dead as fuck.
Okay.
So yeah, you have cleared this area of enemies, and you're out of combat phase now because there are no enemies.
Okay.
What do you do?
Go in the fucking dungeon. There's one more.
Oh my god, dude, that's startled me.
We'll find that one.
Holy shit.
So
Popai Popai. Okay. Assess weak. Quickly assesses the fight, and says that this the reason why this townspeople are suffering from what's it called, these recent attacks is probably the people inside this little, what is the cave again? Yeah. So I request, I suggest that we proceed.
I agree.
With you being at the very back.
Yes.
I go behind you.
Hello.
So we do this lineup, and we go in the cave.
I like it.
Okay.
So Kool Cash first, and then Popai Popai, and Kanye in the back. Right?
Does this forms itself as initiative? If
No.
anything,
Oh,
no.
No.
Okay.
Because that's only in combat.
Alright, cool. Just in case, because we about to be in combat.
Does Dr Kanye have a med kit?
No. Do any of you guys?
What is it called?
Medicine something? I forget.
I don't have a med kit, but
I think I have a med kit.
if my
Hold
boy,
on, let me see. Because also there's another thing which is resting. Resting. There are 2 types of resting.
Yeah, there's I assume short and long term resting.
Yes, they're short and long.
Can I also go pick up my axe?
Yeah, you pick it up.
Okay,
You
sweet.
pick up your axe. No, you just left it.
well,
at
your
the
action was
entrance.
to throw it, so now your movement is to pick it up.
Can I do? Oh, my 360. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Okay, so there is a short rest and long rest. That's a component of the game. Short rest, it's 1 hour, about an hour long, and you don't really do anything except eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds. So you can't like sleep. I mean, I guess you could nap, but that doesn't count.
How much can you raise your thing by?
And you can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of the short rest to increase your HP. So
Permanently or just temporary?
No. I mean,
No,
like
no.
not the maximum. Like you gain back some HP. So right here under armor class it says hit points, and next to it says hit dice. So right now it says for you that you have a 1d12. So you roll a d12, and you gain back however many points that has. And then that gets used up for the day.
The D12?
You haven't lost
Yeah, the
any hit
D12
points.
is used up for the day, and then if you regain it at the end of a long rest. A long rest is 8 hours, so if it's nighttime, and a long rest will bring you to daytime. If it's daytime, a long rest will bring you to nighttime. It's half a day almost, basically, and that is when you gain back all your hit points, and you gain back half of this hit die. So yeah, there's resting. That's how you can gain back points. If you don't have healing, you could also have, if you had a healer class, you could heal. But yeah.
So we're at daytime. So if we take a long rest, it will be nighttime, right?
Yeah, that's
8 hours.
8 hours.
Okay.
Can you punish us while we're resting?
Please spare us.
I think I could.
I'm
So,
pretty
I
sure
mean,
you
but that's
can.
up to you guys.
Because like if we rest in front of the cave, we're definitely gonna get attacked.
Aiden's gonna get his health back.
Wait, how much does a healer's kit restore?
What?
How much does a healer's kit restore? And are they rare?
I don't know.
Well, Aiden,
Ow.
you wanna take a long rest before we start heading in?
You can take a short rest to do.
Short rest. Let's do short rest.
If you do a short rest, you can.
Okay. So roll the.
So you see, it said hit points next to it is hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a 1d6 to gain back hit dice, but then you use it up.
Is that the normal one?
Huh?
Yeah, that one.
So let's say you get into a fight and it needs a 1d6. You can't use that 1d6?
No, you can use you can't use a hit dice anymore for the next time you use you take a short rest.
Oh, okay.
So later on, if he gets hurt again and he wants to heal, he can't because he doesn't.
Until the next one.
Yeah, and when you level up, you gain more hit dice.
Well, it's daytime, so we should take advantage of those.
So yeah, if you take a 1 hour rest, short rest right now, you can gain back whatever 1d6 is. What'd you roll?
He got 5.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so you're back to full health. All
Thank
7
you.
points of health. So much.
Boosted.
What about you, Popai Popai? You are.
Dude, I lost 2, right? Bam, 5.
5? Okay, so
I'm
yeah,
at
you're
full health.
back to full health again.
Alright, let's go.
I
Fuck it, let's go.
Okay, so what do you guys do now? It's been an hour. What do you do?
We go in.
Do we find the light source?
Huh?
Do we
Wait,
have lights?
do you guys have a torch? Wait, hold up.
I don't have.
I
Do you
think
guys have a torch? I don't have a torch.
Shit, do any of you guys have a torch?
I have a tinder box. Oh, I have 5 torches.
You have 5 torches?
Yeah, 5 torches.
Okay.
That's why you're in the front, bitch. Alright, so you're in front, I'm in the middle, and Aelin, since he's a wizard and he's kind of weak, so you cover our asses.
I'm a doctor.
Oh, Mr. Doctor Professor. I mean, yeah, Doctor Wizard.
Dr. Professor.
Dr. Kanye. Since you're the weakest one.
Yeah.
Like, you stay behind and you know put your spells and do some fucking damage. Hopefully you don't miss. With
Yes.
So we go in that formation. So we go in the cave.
So we travel like 50 feet into the cave?
Yeah, we go deep in that.
You walk into the cave.
We sprint, actually. We sprint.
Roll. Who walks first?
I do.
Chris. Perception. Is there traps? Chris, roll that dice real quick.
Roll a d20.
Roll d20, Chris.
Okay.
Okay.
What'd I get?
The god. 19.
19. Okay. So you don't get hit. So
Sweet.
this
Hello.
3 darts. 3 darts shoot out from the side of the cave and arc across right in front of your face, but you manage to reflexively
Left or
lean
right?
back a little bit from right side to the left side. Does it really matter?
It does.
Well, it could matter. Okay, you're right.
Because I'm right-handed.
So they arc right across your face and hit the wall across from you, and they sort of fizzle, and you can see it's like kind of acidic. Something is dripping down, and you have managed to avoid this trap.
So I say something and then.
Well, what do you guys do?
Wait, do they see us?
Well, no, yeah, well.
Can I strategically use my bow and arrow and his flame to see if we could cover up some distance with the light source, as it goes, if we could see what the hell is going on?
That's really cool.
Does that perception check?
Nani Korea's 19. Go.
Okay, yeah, that was actually really cool. That's a cool idea. Okay,
Let's do the same thing, Chris.
So you shoot. You shoot the because you don't know like which way it goes up or down. Just because you can't see, so you don't know, right? So you shoot it, and it goes about 100 feet. But
I'm fucking strong.
well, wait. Do you have a bow?
Yeah, I have a long bow.
Okay.
What's the range?
Short bow. What's the range on it?
Fuck you. Why are you looking for short range? I mean,
what's the range?
Range is 80 to 320 feet. I rolled a 19, my boy.
Okay. So it goes about 100 feet before it hits the ceiling. And you can see when it's arcing down this cave, you see it's a tunnel that leads down. It's a natural formation, naturally formed cave tunnel that leads down, and it hit the ceiling because
Oh, so
you
it's
aimed
going
it
down.
pretty
Okay,
straight,
got it.
but it's the ceiling's going down, so it like intercepted.
Okay.
And
no signs of anything?
no signs of anything so far.
So it's a one-way cave?
What do you mean one-way cave? I mean, you came out from one way. Oh,
No,
you're
I'm
asking
talking
if there's
about, yeah.
exit on the other side? I don't know. I mean, you hit the
Okay,
ceiling,
fine.
so you don't know what.
And we didn't see anything, right?
Nope, nothing.
We keep walking, because where the fuck? It's probably those like random traps, so we keep going. We
Wait,
keep walking.
Can't see.
We have a torch.
He had a torch. I used my short bow, and
How far is this cave?
we don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
But that's how I shot my doodle with things. So right now we have range of 100 feet, and there's nothing, but it's going down. So we keep going down, because now we're assuming that those arrows were just placed traps that you managed to escape from. So same formation, Chris. You keep going. I have light foot, so I can actually detect traps, because that's one of my things. But you're gonna keep going in front.
I mean, that makes no sense, but okay.
It says I'm really good with traps, as in I could detect, because I'm a halfling and.
Isn't that? I mean, it's up to you guys. All right, so you can.
So we tread cautiously.
Yeah.
Okay, you truck.
But
Before, what they used to do is everybody's inventory had a 10-foot pole. I told you this already.
Oh yeah.
Where they would tap the ground and sometimes the ceiling in front of them whenever they would walk into some place that they don't know, just to check for hollow points to see if there are any traps. And typically the lighter person would go in front, just in case they wouldn't activate any traps, and they have good perception, so they can see the traps.
I did my longbow. So we travel 100 feet into where the arrow hit, and we do that thing again.
Okay, and
How many arrows do you have?
It doesn't say. Wait, actually, fuck. 20 arrows. That's fine. I can keep using those
What
arrows.
about traits? What if I have a trait?
Traits?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
My boy,
vision.
you should have.
Yeah,
you should have said. So we go 100 feet, and then you should have. You fucking use that. I'm over here wasting my arrows.
I'm thinking, huh? We should be there by now, right?
you can. Dark vision means you can see in the dark for you touch a willing creature to grant it the ability to see in the dark. For the duration, that creature has dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
Is there a cooldown?
So can
Duration is 8 hours.
Boy, just
No, but
activate it
can I just touch you guys? Is that
Touch Chris, because he's in
touch
front.
Chris?
Okay.
So he
Okay,
can
yeah,
see?
touch Chris.
Yeah.
He can see 60
But-
feet in the front.
Okay. What can you see? We went to the
Okay,
100.
so you go down, and what you see is a small circular room. It's about the same width as the tunnel. The tunnel is about I'm gonna say like 10 to 15 feet wide. So all three of you can stand next to each other in a 3-person horizontal line pretty comfortably. And there's a small it goes down, and it comes to like a small tiny little circle here. And
Is there anything else in the room?
what you notice is on the to the left, forward in front of you, to the left a bit, there is a mirror. To the right, there's also another mirror, but it's broken. Lining around these things are like, how do I describe it? It's like a shelf, an inset shelf, and there are small tokens, like small stones, carved stones, and mini statues that are placed on the shelf around the side, like here.
Mm-hmm.
They're like little statues of figurines of like people type things. And I'm gonna say that there are 5. In order, going from the right side to the left side clockwise. So you see this? So this one is broken. This mirror is broken. This mirror is intact. It's a little dusty, but you can see through it. It's not like obscured by dirt or whatever. And there are shelves, and there are 5 figurines on the shelves. And
You get that too, right?
from the right side, going clockwise to the left, there is so it's a medium one. They're little figurines of like people. You can't really tell, but
Damn,
they
this is
look.
gonna be a stupid puzzle.
So
It's like the cemetery.
Oh shit.
so they're these two, the medium one and the tall one, are on the right side. So the medium one is here. M for medium, T for tall, and then a small one on the left side, and a very tall. So I don't know.
Is this by any chance like any
medium?
has any significant with our adventure? Just curious, because sometimes will this have any effect on whatever we do? Like these figurines. Is it always okay? Right.
Oh. So okay.
Hopefully this
And
explanation.
then
Like,
there is a mirror. So what do you guys do?
So
there's
I don't see anything with the Whatever he gave me.
No, he gave you night vision.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I mean, you're in a small room. It's like 10 foot by 10 foot, so you can see everything in the room without night vision
Okay.
because you have a torch anyways.
Oh, okay.
So and all it's just figurines, right?
Yeah. So there's a mirror, there's a broken mirror, and they're dolls.
Okay. So what I'll say is I use my stick, right? Touch those figurines.
You tap the figurines,
Just tap.
and they jiggle around because they're not fixed in place.
Okay.
They jiggle a bit, and nothing happens.
Okay. That's my part.
I
Oh, sorry, bad storytelling. The broken one, you can see that there is sort of like wooden,
Planks.
like wood, not planks, but like logs, like wooden logs, that are just like piled up against it. So it's yeah,
Okay.
behind the broken one.
So it's like it's like zombies where they have the planks like that.
Not necessarily planks, but yes,
Okay.
like log type things.
Okay. So what do you do? Light that shit up.
I what is this motion called?
Flick.
Yeah, I flicked the small one.
The small one
Small
topples. Okay, since you guys are new, I'm gonna give you like not a hint, but there are perception rolls that you can make to see if you can perceive things. I think that's a perception roll. It could also be wisdom, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's perception is linked to wisdom. So you would roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier,
Okay.
and then I would tell you if you see something or if you don't. So who wants to do?
Oh wait, only one of us does it?
One of us?
Well, no, anybody. Like you guys, this is not
Okay,
combat. So
I'll do perception. Fuck, don't count me in.
What did you roll?
3.
So what's left to roll, Alan?
I get 4 in total actually, because I got +1, but then I still get an L. Anyone else want to do perception? I mean, you could do it. Doesn't matter.
Where do you see perception? Like,
I mean, what do you mean perception?
No, it's not perception. It's wisdom.
Oh, wisdom roll?
Yeah.
or
You
intelligence?
roll a d20. No, and you roll a d20 and then you
Wait, I
you
rolled
add your
Chris's.
wisdom.
And I rolled mine.
No.
Hey,
So
just
roll
recognize.
a d20 and then add your wisdom modifier.
Where's the wisdom modifier?
And you have +1.
WIS is wisdom.
Yeah, you have
So
+1.
it's the plus
You
one.
get a. Don't even count him in. He has a 1. Anyhow.
Wait, roll the 0?
No, he had 1.
Oh, so I get 2.
And just throw your d20 right.
What do I need to get?
Just get a good number.
Like high?
Yeah, very high.
Oh! Oh!
None of you guys notice anything. I mean,
We're new. Can we do that speed?
no. What do you guys do? Tell me what you do. So you're still in this room. There are the dolls.
We
There
do
are
our
the
perception again.
broken-
We do that wisdom again.
I don't think you can do that.
I don't think you can do that. 'Cause
We can't get smart
you
in
can't
a
just
matter
be
of
like,
5 seconds.
I don't see anything. Let's see that again. Like you can't do that.
It's
until
like a
you see
90s
something.
game.
Okay, fine. I approach the logs, right?
Yes.
And I take them out. If it's removable.
Well, that you don't have to roll for that. Okay, so it's not like nailed shut or anything like in the zombie things where the windows are nailed shut.
Right.
It's just sort of like literally just thrown up there and propped up against it. So you push it and it just crumbles down.
Okay.
And it leads to a tunnel that slowly turns to the right.
We fucking go in.
Can we fit in the tunnel?
Yeah, it sounds like
You
if
can
there's
only-
a
you can
small
only
log.
You can only fit one by one, so like in a single file line.
Perfect. Chris can go first.
I think you should go first with your...
If I don't want to be doing it, fine. Fuck you guys. I go front, Chris goes behind me, and Aiden stays behind. We go in, what, 100 feet? Wait, how far can we travel?
I'll just say. So you
Okay.
walk in.
Yeah, why not?
You walk in and there it leads to. You see the tunnel opens up to the side of a underground. God, guys, like if we recorded a podcast,
This would be pretty bad.
this type of shit would be terrible audio. Just like.
No, I'll pick that up.
Okay, so it leads to the inside of a cavern. It's a naturally formed cavern. It's not like carved out of the ground or whatever. The tunnel seems artificial though, which is something interesting. So the tunnel leads to that cavern, and you notice that there is water. It leads like almost like a beach, but it's rock. So like You 10 feet in front of you, the ground starts to go down and water starts to fill up, and you can see it's brighter underwater, like in the distance, than it is in the air.
Mhm.
And yeah, there are like stalactites and stalagmites around, but there's nothing else really here.
Keep me walking forward to where the water is.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, there's absolutely nothing around, so I'm like,
Yeah, we can't really go back.
we're gonna, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what do you do?
We walk towards the water, take a little dip.
Okay. So you're standing in the water now.
Yeah, I'm standing in the water. Pressure plate. The arrows come down. I use genjutsu.
Roll. Who goes first?
I go first.
You go first.
Perception?
Roll. No. Yes. Roll perception.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking. Fuck. 11.
11.
Yeah.
Plus wisdom.
12.
Okay. I'll say you notice like ripples, that the water was completely still before, and you notice ripples coming towards you, and like disturbance in the water coming towards you.
Okay.
But you don't see what is coming towards you. And roll initiative. I mean, not roll. Roll a d20.
Can we take.
You did a 9.
Yeah, I did a 9.
Okay.
Watch me get hit. Watch. Some stupid shit. It's a canal too. I saw that. It's lower too.
No, it's 11.
Oh, fuck. Should've went for the 14.
All right. So, a reef shark pops out of like it just like breaches the water and bites you across the torso. Like it turns and bites you across the torso.
That is fuck.
And it does a 1d8 plus 2 piercing damage.
Sharknado.
Fucking shark.
Fucking Sharknado. God damn it! You rolled a 10.
I'm dead.
Are you?
Yeah.
No.
You're supposed to be the pro.
Now in this dungeon, asshole.
Okay. This might be a little over level for you, but I don't care because there's some cool things that happen. Okay, so it rolls a 10, so now you are dead. You're not dead, you're unconscious. So now you're entering the death saving roll phase, which you won't do this roll because this ends your roll. So everybody roll initiative actually. Yeah, it could be you. Roll initiative, please.
Me? Even me?
Everybody, yes.
I'm dead as fuck. 6. Whoa. That's not D20. Where's your D20?
What does it say? 5?
Oh wait, is that not it?
It's a 6.
Did he eat it?
This is your d20.
Oh.
Sorry, I was using yours.
I got a 6. I got 6.
You got, what'd you get?
I had a 6.
I got a 6.
10?
Okay. So I reroll? Just in case?
Actually, yes. Both of you roll.
Okay. 6.
6.
No, that's 14.
Um,
Quick maths.
No, it's a 6.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's 14.
all right, so the shark goes first, but nobody else is in the water, or like you guys are too close to the shallow part. A reef shark is a small shark, so it can.
It did so much fucking damage to me.
I'm sorry, it's a shark, dude. Okay, so
Have you not seen Shark Tank?
Boo, down with the Dungeon Master.
Sorry, I didn't research this enough, so this is probably over level, but
It's fine.
it can't really do anything because it can only like do melee, and it can't get out of water. So
So it attacked and then it's just like staring
so
at us.
it attacked and it just like circles around in the same spot, around where Chris died.
But that wasn't dead.
Well,
He's
Chris
unconscious.
went unconscious. So then Aelin rolled a 10. So Aelin, I mean Kanye, Dr. Kanye goes first, and then Kool Cash, and then Popai Popai.
You sound like Popai. Like, you know, that TV show with the yeah, with the mustache guy.
That was his nose hair.
What?
Oh, this is nose hair.
What do you do?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Can I, like he's in the unconscious phase, right?
Yeah.
Can I help him? Do I?
Like, what do you do? You could just simply go up to me and then kind of remove me from there, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll let you do that as part of the movement.
Yeah. Oh, that means you could do something else. Let's go again.
He finishes you off.
I'll quit your suffering now.
Actually, fuck you guys. No. That's part of your movement and action. So if you move him over, you can't do anything.
Well, we had too much fun.
Well, you can move him out of the way, and the shark can't attack you. You know, so it's fine.
Wait, so if he moves out of the arena, is it just me fighting the shark?
Well, right now you and Kool Kool Cash and Dr Kanye are in the shallow water, so the shark can't reach you. So Dr Kanye would just bring Popai Popai back to the shallow water. So what do you want? Do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you bring him back, and now it is Kool Cash's turn.
How far is the shark?
It's about 20 feet in front of you. Like
fight that bitch.
20 feet. Wait, hold on.
No.
Read my shit.
The ground below you dips pretty far deep.
Pretty far deep.
Yo, use that fucking javelin.
I can't. It's 20 feet.
No, there's no minimum. I'm gonna say there's no minimum. So like if it's 20 feet, you can throw it.
How many javelins do I have? So if it throws
I mean,
it...
you pick that one back up.
No, but you said it's pretty deep, so if I throw it, like...
Yeah, but you have 3 right now, so...
I guess I'll do the javelin.
Okay, roll a d20.
I got 6.
No, that's a 9. But it's a 9 plus 5 plus your dexterity, which is 2. 9 plus 5 plus 2, that's 9 plus 6, 16.
You do stuff, basically.
Sweet. That hits. That hits. Okay, and then what's your damage? 1d6 plus 3? That's 7 points of damage. Okay, so you hit him for 7 points of damage. It like rears up and its mouth comes up, right? And
Wait, where do I hit it? The chest? Or like...
you hit it sort of like on its back area, and now it has this javelin stuck in it, and there is a lot of its blood in the water now, mixing in with fucking Popai Popai's blood.
Do I even have a turn?
Yes, it's your turn. So now the death saving throws. That's whenever you start a turn with 0 hit points, you make a special saving throw called a death saving throw to determine whether you creep closer to death or hang on to life.
Wake me
So
up.
roll a d20. If the roll is 10 or higher, you succeed. Otherwise you fail.
Expectation.
You need 3 successes to come back.
Come back to like
3 in a row or just 3?
No, just 3 at all. And
out of how many rolls?
If you get 3 failures, you die. So until you get 3 failures or 3 successes.
So first roll. Wait. So it's 11.
Okay. Wait. No. Stop.
Stop.
See, that's not that instant response.
Yeah. So you do that once every.
Okay. So I don't do anything.
What was that just now?
11.
11. Okay. So that's 1.
Beep.
G for good and B for bad, even though I wrote them out. Okay, so that's 1. And now the shark goes. It can't do anything. It still circles around. There's blood trailing behind it. There's a javelin sticking in its back. Aelin, what do you do?
Fucking man, freeze the water. Use your lightning and destroy me.
Destroy you? Why would I destroy you?
No, you aim into the water and then you just kill me too.
Like, oh my god.
JK. No, get me out of the water though, please.
No, he got you out of the water.
Oh, you got me? Oh,
That's
you
why
fuck it up.
Fuck it up.
Wait, don't use your fire. What do you have?
For attacks or what?
I mean, whatever like equipment or like attacks you have.
Yeah, you can use spells.
Isn't he dead? Or isn't that bad still?
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious?
But I'm safely out, so it doesn't matter. Or at least I think. Unless Dungeon Master makes him into a
No, he dragged you out.
A ninja shark.
He is Super Saiyan.
So yeah, I'm pretty fine. You can go do whatever you wish to do. Until the shark.
To the shark. What is burning hands?
Quick search.
Acid splash.
You hold your hands with thumbs and fingers spread. A thin sheet of flame shoots forth from your outstretched hands. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity throw. If they fail, they take 3d6 fire damage. And if they succeed, they take half of that. So no matter what, they'll be hit by something.
Wait, but doesn't Aiden have a disadvantage since the thing is in water?
Let me see. I don't know, because you know how like water gets rid of fire?
Yeah, that's fine.
But fire also hurts water, so I don't know if there's like a weakness. Well, it doesn't say anything, so I don't know. So you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a d20.
8.
8 plus 5 plus 3. So yeah, that hits. So you hit him for 3d6. So yeah, do 3d6.
3d6.
Roll
Wow.
your d6 3 times.
Yes.
1.
1.
A
6. 2.
What's up?
1,
That's a
6,
9.
2 is 9. Okay, so you hit it and you sear the shit out of it.
Sear.
Stop, doggy. Oh god, that's so scary. You sear the shit out of it and like you boil the water around it kind of, and it like thrashes around and then
Oh,
floats
it's
belly
sitting.
up.
Yeah, keep going.
And then it floats belly up, and the shark is dead.
Okay, so how deep is like where the shark is?
It doesn't. The whole thing doesn't go that deep. The deepest it gets is about 20 feet, and there's a light. You can see there's a light. You can't see the source, but the water gets lighter as you go down and into the water.
So there's a light source at the bottom, right?
You can't see where there's a light source somewhere in the water. Oh, Chris is still unconscious.
Oh, that is fucked.
So how does he?
I have to keep rolling. No, so I'm behind right now. And then I get kicked out.
So does Chris get experience too?
Yeah, I'm not gonna assign. Yeah, you as long as you're in the room and.
Find these guys.
I'm gonna say as long as you. Yes, you get experience.
Okay. Cool.
If you're not in the room, you're not gonna get experience. Like if you're not like involved in the adventure at all.
Okay.
Then you
like
get
a side adventure.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to do now that we're out of combat. So roll your d20. Keep rolling it until you either die or you don't die.
I am dying. Fuck you. 16.
Okay, so roll it again.
Reverse sweep. Reverse sweep.
Reverse sweep.
Hello.
Probably.
She's
the
looking
heck?
at like
Hi, Natalie.
Natalie.
She looked very confused. What's up your hair?
It's short.
I
Same.
don't like it. Grow it back.
Doggo,
that dog is really friendly.
Yeah.
Doggo. Is that a corgi?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll again.
There's 2 chairs. There's a stool and a chair.
13, boy.
13.
Okay.
Okay, so you
What
come
is
back
the
to life and
Good one.
What up, Chris?